It is time for Steven's A-List, my top 5 teams on the NFL for this week. Remember, the list is fluid, Max, Damien. The list is fluid. This is my list. Let's go to number 5 right now. The Los Angeles Chargers. We have to give them love. They keep winning. Melvin Gordon paid a visit into the studio with the hairdo and all, talking a lot of smack about what they're going to do against the Kansas City Chiefs. I might actually go to that game, Max Kellerman. It'll be a Thursday night in Kansas City, in all likelihood cold, but damn it, I might be there. The Los Angeles Chargers are number 5. Let's get to number 4 on the list. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Can we ignore any longer the turnaround that is taking place? Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster. As far as I'm concerned, they've got 2 number 1 receivers. Ben Roethlisberger is looking like a Hall of Famer. The offensive line is protecting them. And oh, by the way, James Conner doesn't have you forgetting about Le'Veon Bell, but does have you saying, if Le'Veon comes back, fine. If he doesn't, mere bags of shells. Let's go to number 3 on the list. The New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees, the big-time one himself, completing better than 76% of his passes. I told the city of Cincinnati they were going to get romped this past weekend. And with Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, and the crew, we saw what happens. Drew Brees is just a man, simple and plain. Let's get to number 2 on the list. The Los Angeles Rams. LA's got 2 teams in the top 5. Kupp is gone. Cooper Kupp is out. ACL injury. That's a big loss for them. But I give them credit for finding a way to beat Seattle. Todd Gurley is a stud. He's an MVP candidate. Jared Goff is big time. They find ways. Sean McVay, special coach. It's just that simple. You know who number 1 is on my list, though? It's the Kansas City Chiefs. Because Patrick Mahomes is their quarterback. Because Tyreek Hill is their receiver. Because Kareem Hunt is their running back. Because Travis Kelce is the best tight end in football. And the fact is they are rolling, and the road to the Super Bowl in the AFC in all likelihood is going to have to go through Arrowhead Stadium. I've got the Chargers at number 5, the Steelers at number 4, the Saints at number 3, the Rams at number 2, and the Kansas City Chiefs atop the A-list for this week.
Did you bump your head? All season you're talking about the list is fluid. It's not just who you think is the best. You've been touting the Saints all year. The Saints go to Cincy, put a 51 spot up on the board without hardly giving up a point.
I don't understand your point.
Their point differential is like almost there with the Rams already. If it's a fluid list, why aren't the Saints number 1?
You're missing my point. You're missing my point. The Saints had a bye week this week. They were going against Marvin Lewis's team. What did you think?
Marvin Lewis's team. Marvin Lewis's team was 5-3 and 3.
They had the week. I told our military servicemen and women, God bless them. We were at Luke Air Force Base Friday. I told them in front of a nationally televised audience that the Cincinnati Bengals were going to get romped. No A.J. Green. That meant no hope whatsoever. And the Saints showed it. I knew this was going to happen. Mere bag of shells. That's all.
About the week before?
The Saints had a bye week.
What about the week before when the Saints beat the Rams? Like, what did the Saints have to do? I like the Rams to win the Super Bowl, but on your list, you must have the Saints number 1.
Hold it. My list is fluid. It's my list. They defer to me. I was not pleased with them giving up a 35-17 lead in the third quarter. That's why I held that against New Orleans.
Damien, get
I was not
in here.
pleased. I was not pleased.
Hey, man, Stephen A. must be in the concussion protocol for that type of list. Because, I
know you never are with that big head of yours.
No,
I know you never are on the concussion list.
I don't know anything about that. All I know is this. How in the hell you got the New Orleans Saints at number 3? You're talking about a team, since Mark Ingram has gotten back, they're averaging 145 rushing yards per game. They held the ball for 40 minutes against Cincinnati Bengals.
Against Cincinnati.
Wait a minute. And you got the Los Angeles Rams over the New Orleans Saints. They can't stop a nosebleed on defense. They can't stop a nosebleed. Seattle ran up and down the field against the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, they stopped them enough to win the game.
They've only lost one game. They lost against the Saints.
Damien, think about this. This man's saying it's a fluid list. It's not about a whole thing. He's been touting the Saints the whole time. The Saints in their last 2 weeks just took on opponents who coming into the game were
I don't count Seattle. I don't count Cincinnati. I don't count Cincinnati. I don't count Cincinnati.
Both games.
I don't count Cincinnati.
Road.
Cincinnati means nothing to me. Nothing. I keep trying to tell y'all that.
Rams. The Rams were undefeated when they showed up. They had a loss when they left.
I was very upset that they gave up that 35-17 lead. I was not happy about that. It's my list. It's my list. That's how I feel. And when I want to elevate them above number 3, I will let you and my buddy Drew Brees know. But until that time, it's my list. It says Stevens A-list.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you
I have dominion over this list.
Until you get out of concussion protocol, we're going to have to stop with the Stevens A-list.
Well, I know this much. I know you better stop raising up. You better watch your tone. You better stop talking to me like that.
Right.
I know that
you
much.
better put some respect on New Orleans Saints' name out here.
I know you better stop talking to me like that. And you better wear a different color suit next week, too. I'm tired of that damn blue on you.
The New Orleans Saints at number 3.
Put on a different suit.
What the hell are you thinking about?
Stephen A., it is your list, but I'm afraid we're going to have to take power of attorney from you or something.
No, you're not.
Because this is like we got to rewrite
I have to hand over power of attorney, and I will not. And sit up while you're sitting in my chair. Don't lean back.
You don't went to D.C. and lost your mind.
Sit up. Or else. Don't make me come deal with you.
Where'd you go last night?
Don't make me come deal with you.
Done. He probably went to the Rose Bar to check out the new spot we talked about.
That's why
you know
he
what? I
probably
did it,
lost his
Molly,
mind.
but I'm coming this weekend.
teasing.
I did it, but I'm planning on showing up this week. I'm planning on showing up this weekend. I was busy last night, but I'm planning on showing up to the Rose Bar this weekend.